still talking about punctuation this week. We're going to cover 3 specific areas of punctuation, starting with the semicolon today. Now, we're going to use a semicolon to separate the parts of a compound sentence if they are not already joined by a conjunction. If they're joined by a conjunction, I'm just going to use a comma. So I've given several examples on this page, and we're going to read through them together so we can literally diagnose how each should be approached. And I put them together in groups so that we could kind of get in a flow of how they're going to look, and we'll know what to expect. We won't have to guess. So starting with the first one, it says, "Pray for a good harvest, God will provide." Now I see no conjunction in that sentence, but I have 2 complete thoughts. One thought is pray for a good harvest, and the second thought is God will provide. The thoughts go together, but that's truly 2 different sentences. That's what makes a compound. So in this particular sentence, I'm going to put my semicolon right between those 2 thoughts. For the second one, "The Lord reigneth, let the people tremble." If I speak it out loud, I can kind of hear, here's my first sentence, "The Lord reigneth, let the people tremble." Those thoughts go together, but they are 2 separate thoughts. So I can see immediately that my semicolon, well, that wasn't very nice, is going to go right there. The third one, "Yesterday is gone forever, tomorrow never comes." So I can easily see my 2 thoughts. Let me move that out of the way. Yesterday is gone forever, tomorrow never comes, and now I can put my semicolon in between those 2 thoughts. The next one, "Reputation is seeming, character is being." That means reputation is what someone seems like they are, but their true character is how they actually are. And I can see where my semicolon goes here. Notice that none of these sentences has a conjunction. "A man with courage stands firm." If I speak it aloud, I can hear where that sentence ends. "A coward runs from conflict." So in this one, my semicolon is going to go between firm and a. What if you read it quickly and you don't really give yourself a chance to hear it? Nothing is so strong as gentleness. Nothing is so gentle as real strength. Even if I speak it out loud and it's running all together, there should be some parallelism in my sentence if it's going to be a compound. We've talked about parallelism when we were talking about how to make outlines. And when I have 2 sentences that I put together in a compound, they should have some parallelism. In this one, the nothing provides the parallelism because I'm talking about, this one is really obvious, because I'm talking about no character or no action that a person might do is so strong as gentleness, and conversely, or on the opposite side of that, nothing or nothing any person can do is so gentle as real strength. So I need my semicolon right there. All right, "John will bring the popcorn and Ashley will make the candy." When I speak this one, I should immediately note that conjunction. And in this one, when I find a conjunction, I want to speak both parts and see, do they each make their own thought? "John will bring the popcorn." Is that a complete thought? Yes. "Ashley will make the candy." Is that a complete thought? Yes. So instead of using a semicolon, I'll use the comma. I have a conjunction, so I'm going to use the comma. The next one, always speak the truth and God will prosper you. Well, I see a conjunction right away. And once I get my conjunction, I need to notice if both parts of my sentence can make their own thought. Always speak the truth. Is that a complete thought? Yes. God will prosper you. Is that a complete thought? Yes. So once again, I'm going to use the comma. For the next one, that big dog seems friendly, but I am afraid of him. Do you see a conjunction? Hopefully you do. If I notice a conjunction, I immediately want to think comma. And then I want to go further than that. I want to test it to see if both parts make their own thought. That big dog seems friendly. Is that a complete thought? Yes. I am afraid of him. Is that a complete thought? Yes. So I'm going to use the comma to separate. And remember that comma goes before the conjunction. It's going to go where you would have put a period at the end of that first sentence. The next one, I acknowledged my sin unto thee, and mine iniquity have I not hid. Do I have a conjunction? Yes. All right, my first thought is, okay, I'm going to use a comma, but I need to test it. See if it's two complete thoughts. I acknowledged my sin unto thee. Is that a complete thought? Yes. How about the second part? Mine iniquity have I not hid. Is that a complete thought? Yes. It has an inverted sentence because my subject is here and my verb is here. It's called an inverted sentence. We haven't studied those since the beginning of the year, but we've still had them continually throughout the year. So even though I have an inverted sentence, I still want to use the comma because I have a compound. How about the next one? Cody has not taken his nap, nor has he eaten lunch. Well, I definitely don't have the conjunction and or but in there. Do you see a conjunction? Hopefully you do. Hopefully you see the word nor. Now I want to test to see if both parts have a complete thought. Cody has not taken his nap. Has he eaten his lunch? Even though it's not regular on both parts, they do both make complete sentences. Cody has not taken his nap is a complete thought. Has he eaten his lunch could be phrased as a question, right? And that would be a complete sentence. In this case, it's just an inverted sentence because I've used that word nor. So I'm going to use a comma to separate those. All right, there's one more example. The two men rushed to the boat and reached the child just in time. So I have a conjunction. Now let's see if both parts I have to look on either side of that conjunction to see if it makes complete thoughts. The two men rushed to the boat. Is that a complete thought? Yes. What about reached the child just in time? No, that's not a complete thought. In this one, I have a verb, but I don't have a subject. Remember, child is a noun, but it's not the subject because it's not the child that reached, is it? Who reached? The men did. So here's my subject, men, the men rushed, and the men reached. So this one is a simple sentence, but it has a compound verb.